Hey Facebook. Hey everybody. Welcome. I'm coming in, and I'm getting myself situated. And my name is Robin Whitfield, and I'm the CEO of the Healing House Life Center Church here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Hold up, just 1 minute. I just want to see something. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay. So, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, so, and it's a nonprofit corporation. And we're in 2 locations. We're in Atlantic City, which is the headquarters. And we're also in Atlanta, Georgia. We operate a business that's valid and up to date, And so, I like to come on with smooth vibes and good news and everything, and I did tell y'all what the updates was going to be, so I'm going to get that out the way, and then I can go into what I have to talk about. One thing is, today was a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Sometimes you be home, you did your work. Somebody say, hey, she coming on live tonight. And they jump on. And sometimes you got to go back to it later. So just let it float through the feed. But anyway, shout outs today. That's what this is. Shout outs because I want to go ahead and get the little exercise in and all that. And if you see everything on the platform, that's what's been happening. Everything on the platform here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I'm so grateful to be before you guys. One thing I had to say is shout out to the USDA. Let's get to the bottom of this event. I like to start off with the good stuff first, and that you want to hear. And so shout out to the USDA. You see them all over the platforms. Thank you. The update is that I'm very excited. They approved my food stamp SNAP program, and I'll be able to get my FNS and all my numbers that I need for my machine that I'm going to hook up with Corey in Atlanta. Shout out Corey, what's up? I'm going to definitely hook up with him with more education, more knowledge, and he's going to be helping me through this process of getting that number into the right machine. Now here, Corey is here in Atlanta. I'm trying to get you his information. And so Corey does some wonderful, does federal stuff and state stuff. And he works in all the states, all the 50 states. But I'm trying to get his information. Just excuse me for a minute. Okay, so... Oh, I know why, because I'm in 1,000 emails, and so let's go straight to, because I usually keep him on the top. Just a minute, and shout out to a whole bunch of people. I want to stay on the ones. Okay, his name is Corey Laner, Lanie, IER, and he's been very faithful with helping me with the Go EBT. And keeping me knowledge-based of it. I needed someone to work with. He would call me all the time. Great customer service. I want to give a shout-out to him because his phone number is 404-631-6520. He's wonderful. I'm so grateful that I was the Healing House fruit and veggie farmers market vendor over here at the location was approved today for their SNAP program. Oh, thank you, Lord. I'm saying, Lord have mercy. I'm about to scream. Thank you, Lord. When you put in a lot of work in your community for a small business, you'll fight for it. You'll fight for your business, and you'll go all the way for it. And you don't want to give up. You want to keep doing that. Now I'll be able to help my community. I'll be able to, especially for the holidays, prices are really high. Around the world. I just went in stores, and I don't call the stores out anymore because guess what? I got to shop in them too. I live here. And so the prices are high. I would love to have some Ezekiel bread, but the Ezekiel bread is still $10 a loaf. I just went in a store, and just a regular dollar store white bread was $5 locally. $5 for a loaf of bread in a regular store. So what can you do? I still got somebody over here calling. And it's all about people and their interruptions and all that when they know you're on live, and you just gotta cut down your buttons like I'm about to do this one here. But I'll be able to do some nice things for the holiday for the farmers market, and some great ideas to come up with to help my community and to be able to give back. I do apologize that I have my head down, but you got to turn the volume down on these Android phones, and so, I'll be able to help my community and continue to learn and going out at the location. Shout out to the people and my customers that have been calling due to inclement weather and how God have it set up that we need to be there. Then we weren't able to be there. If you look at the platform, some of them days been really rainy, but you got to go, and like tomorrow is not just a regular day. We go out to actually make sure stuff is clean and clean the car and make sure stuff is clean, and it's work. You just don't just do it overnight. I want to give a shout out to somebody that's very special too before I go into all the other shout outs. Thank you, USDA, and thank you at the Taxation Building in Trenton, New Jersey for my tax clearance and all those wonderful things. I really do appreciate your help and everything. And God is going to do big things because it's growing. It's growing, and it's going to do that. And also shout out to UENI. UENI got a great plan for nonprofit corporations and all kind of small businesses. You can't afford them websites, and some of us don't even know how to do a website. You know how long, what it took me to get to even reverse the website? That was crazy. But it wasn't that crazy at that time. It got people the news of what we were doing. And so now UENI took over the plan, and if you click the link at Healing House Life Center .com, healinghouselifecenter.com. I didn't put the church because that's a lot of the type. So I said healinghouselifecenter.com, and that is the website information. Click it. Go in there and sign in. You can click Givelify. We got some scholarships going on. As you can see, I don't want to forget a shout out to Mercer County Community College in Trenton, New Jersey, and also the scholarships for Cape Atlantic Community College. It keeps you running a bunch of stuff. But it's okay when the devil try to stop you, God opens the door and he blocks everything. And I don't care who it is, he'll block it. So I just thank the Lord for that. I thank God for also shout out to Braven Choice Health Insurance, and shout out to Aetna. Do y'all know Aetna? I'm telling you, Aetna was wonderful. Rufus loved Aetna. I had Braven, but Rufus had Aetna, and Rufus won't no longer be with Aetna. And so he really enjoyed them and all those wonderful people that helped us up until this point, and so he'll be starting another plan this coming first, and I'm so grateful for that. But, he was able to go today, as you can see, and get a complete set at the Community Dental. Shout out to Community Dental. What service. Oh, my God. And also I got mine done. I got a full set coming and beautiful partials and little things that I need for myself. And then, and they did a wonderful job. They serviced us, great customer service. And thank you so much for allowing us to be a part and come there and get both of ours done today. And Braven hosting it, and Edna hosted Rufus's today. And thank you, Edna, for that. You know, they approved him to go and get his teeth done, and it's wonderful. You know, of how they approved it. And so those are some updates that I wanted to come on about, you know, and thanking God, because that's the only way that if you don't get out there and do it yourself, or you don't get out there and try to help the community yourself, then nothing gonna get done. Sometimes it takes you to do it. And I learned that this year. Everything I came back from Georgia and told about money and about a community project. I don't know nothing about no community project events. I don't. I went to Georgia this January, and when I came back home, not January, when I came back home right before New Year's Eve, I had a meeting with the planning board in Atlantic City, because they told me that I was approved for the block grant, and they was one that gave me my money and all that. But I'm talking about the learning part. After you be out there in the parks and in the streets and trying to help your community, you think about that? No. I had to learn that. I had to learn it. And then God prepared me while I was in Georgia. When I came back, I was talking about community development project events. Wow. And it was called AC, Community Development Project Events. I still got the paperwork. But right now, you know, I was told that as far as with the project, we've been funding ourselves for up here from January up until this present time. You know, we have not got any funding from anyone. We've been funding ourselves, and that's it. Whatever was done in 2024, I flipped that to help us, our agency, to continue to go in this community. And so I'm grateful for that, because only God could do that. You know, and then I'm riding to Trenton, and I'm so grateful that I was able to go to Trenton this time, because I had a learning experience. My God, that was the first time I went into the taxation building, and I sure will be visiting it quite frequently. Let me tell you something. I was in the taxation building, a girl came down, she helped me so gratefully. But over there in the line, the lady was over there, and I wanted to hear what she was saying. It was a whole... First of all, when I first went, it was all, I guess the Indians. It was all Indians in there. Indian culture. I was going to say another culture, but that's what I'm calling Indian culture. And then I was the only black business in there. I looked around, there was no other black businesses down at the Revenue Service on 33 and the 3rd Street. But it was full, but they were all Indians. And so I said, wow, it's like where we at in Jersey, you know, over here, you know, they have a whole lot of business, wonderful business. I ain't knocking nobody business, because I don't want nobody bothering mine. I'm trying to run it right. And then when it can't be run right, then I take my name off of it. But I'm trying to run it right. So, you know, I was listening at what was going on, and I looked, but I got service. It was no chaos, no bias, and all who Indian and who Spanish and who Mexicans and all. It wasn't that. I'm just telling you how the vibe was when I got in, and we were the only black business in there, and it was full of Indians. And so, you know, the customer service and all that was taken care of. And this young lady down at the taxation building, that was the Division of Revenue. But when I went back to the taxation building down there in the middle of town, I had a lady came up and she said, I can't lift nothing up in the portals. This is why I'm here. I tried it 5 times. She was having the same problems I was having. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am, I think I'm having that problem too. But I tried to do that. But, you know, the service I got, and the young lady came down and she explained it to me. Somebody take their time to stop what they're doing and explain something to you. It's a good thing. It really is. You know, when somebody just keep going and don't want to explain nothing to you, then go ahead, because God got someone else. Don't even listen to that. But she came down and I paid attention. She explained it to me and told me what to do and how to follow through, and God did that. And I was able to go back because I had to spend a little more time so she can pull me into the system, the right, to unlock. Because I had to kept signing in 33 times. She said, the reason why you're locked out is because you kept signing in 33 times on the Premier account. But I made it, and so she took her time and showed me. That's why it's great to go in person. And everybody can't fly to Atlanta in person or fly to certain places, but I'm so privileged to be able to take that hour and a half ride and go home and get the job done, because it's home to me. That's why I was born and raised there. So I just thank God for that. Also, shout out to, I did say shout out to UENI, and also there was something else I had here done. I think I done said a whole lot of shout outs here. I want to say something here. Just a minute. Okay. Oh, I know what I wanted to say to the habitat. The habitat over there at in Egg Harbor Township. I guess that's Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. That's not Mays Landing, and it's on Tilton Road. The habitat been a blessing. It's right next door from the Produce Junction, and I love the Produce Junction because I was able to go and get little carts. We're figuring out what we need beforehand so we can go ahead and shop and do what we got to do. And sometimes it's just 2 bags of apples a week. I really enjoyed that shopping this week. I'm telling you. Just going there, not for the farmer's market, but just going there for myself. It was wonderful. And then I found out they had snap machines, brand new ones, and merchant machines there. And I was complimenting on them on it. Wow, y'all don't have to just add stuff up anymore. And guess what I asked him? Do y'all got a weight? Do y'all sell weights here? And he told me where to go at to get it. He said, I don't know where it's at. We don't got none here. But anyway, I thanked him for that, just to be able to and give me the information and just to shop around. And I was able to get some plants and stuff out of there. But it's a different when you're shopping for the public, and you got to prepare yourself. So I'm so grateful that they approved that snap machine, and that we can run it right and do it to be able to help the community. That's a step. That's a biggie, and so I'm so grateful for that. So anyway, I need Habitat. Let's go back to them, and then I'm finished with all that. Habitat, I do thank them. Over the years, we have went to the Habitat. They had helped the Healing House community, and they're a nonprofit all over the world. But we have a great one here, and I wish they was here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, too. But we got one out in Egg Harbor Township. But it'd be great if they was here, too, because we have some locals here that really need stuff like clothing and all the wonderful things that they sell. Even much as in clothing, but it's a lot of things that they do out there to support Atlantic City and other nonprofit organizations. It's hard when you're working out of your home, and so and you have a different location without a location. You got to creative and be innovative with it, and make it happen. But it's nice to be able to know that these businesses is here to help small businesses that's nonprofit to be able to get up on their feet. So a lot of stuff, I'm here, I'm working out of my home, and I got to make space for it. I got to make space. That's where we at now. Prices are high, rents are high, electricity for commercial electricities, everything is high. So you got to be able to make some space to get your job done if you're working in community right in your home, right here. And I always said that. Right in your home, you got to make space. Who runs a business don't have a little office? But one thing I have to say is you don't need to bring all that to your home. You can't bring it like that. You can't. Because it's just unsafe a little bit to do it. It really is. I don't even want to get in that. So, but one thing is, for sure, I got to tell y'all something else. So a shout out to the at Tilton Fitness. So, not only that, we were able to get to that community dinner. I was able to go and go to Tilton Fitness. And so I walked in today and I had some great customer service, looked out for me. I signed up. And, and that's right next door, right there in the Tropicana. I haven't been there for years. But, I figure it's an outing some days. Me and Rufus can go there. I'll sign him up in the, once he wasn't ready to sign up, but he will sign up down the line. But Tilton Fitness, I signed up with them today, and I'm looking forward. She put me with a great girl on how to sign online, and started off with 6 months, and then I'm going to keep going down the road. And thanks for Braven for helping me with that bill that was there. Thank you, Braven. So, I was able to do that and sign up today. And then I still got my little gym here, and I got that little floor over there that I'm going to be doing them sit-ups and them floor exercises. Something got to happen on this 12-month journey of fitness. But shout out to Tilton Fitness. Shout out to all the people around the world. In New York City and Atlantic City. I'm moving on out of here into Newark, New Jersey. Hey, Atlanta. Hey, Newark. Hey, Trenton. Hey, everybody around the world. It's Smooth Vibing. This is The Loop at Robin Whitfield's TV. Anything else that I didn't forget? It looks like I didn't summed it all up in one nutshell. And so I am trying to see, do I need to talk about, I told you about UANI. Let me see, anybody else that I need to holler out on. Cure Insurance Quotes is the best. I hope y'all hear it. Anybody is interested in Cure Insurance, auto insurance is the best. Cure Auto Insurance. They get the job done, okay, and they give you very, very low prices, and if you drive around, you'll see that they're all on the highway, Cure Auto Insurance, and all that. So they're real good. Who else I wanted to shout out to? And so don't forget your QuickBooks. Don't forget all those bureaus. We'll talk about all the money and we'll talk about all the credit card stuff. I gotta say this because these are the ones I deal with. So, Chime is a great credit card. Chime is the best on the planet. I'm telling you now why. We use it locally. They give you perks back. They even help you. You gotta switch to debit cards, and then also. And then let your regular cards stay on revolving credit and leave them alone. I love my regular cards. I love Premier Card. I love Credit One Bank. I do. And those, I had them since 2020 and all the way through. And then I got a Maverick Bank and Mercury Card. All those cards. Mercury cards, Maverick banks are good ways where you don't get, I like cards that don't have annual fees, and I'm trying to work with my older ones too. They're older cards, but I'm hoping one day they'll come to me, Premier Bank card and my two older cards that I had back in the early 20s, 2020 and 2019 and 2021. All those cards that I had. Right now I just got 3 because I want to try to drop some, but I like these ones and I'm trying to keep them. And then I want to tell you what the very best one is. So Premier credit card and Credit One Bank is 5 of them, and also Mercury credit card. I'm throwing them out because some people might hear them and might listen to what I'm saying. Mercury credit card, and also Merrick credit card. Capital One is one of it's a great credit card. Plus, Capital One got their own bank, which is really nice. I like them. Okay, so now Chase Inc. is one credit card for the church. One. Don't go buy a whole bunch of them. I don't care what they offer you. Keep one. That's it. And so I always told y'all that. And so those are some great cards. But one card is the best card on the planet. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't even apply for no more. I don't want. Could y'all please stop sending me credit cards? Because I like the cards. Like, I'm not interested in no credit cards. Stop sending the ads. Stop sending stuff. Because I'm not going to apply for no more credit cards. I'm telling you now. I don't care what you are. I don't want no more credit cards. So I like my cards. But the one that I like, and I'm going to keep till Jesus come, and that is the Care Credit. If they stay in business forever, they got me. Care Credit is wonderful, and we're going to do a show about Care Credit because Care Credit is so it does a whole lot. You can shop for groceries. Did you know you can shop for groceries with your Care Credit card? Yep, you can shop for groceries. You can pay for your dog. You can pay for your cat. You can pay for everything. I'm telling you, Care Credit is the best, and I cherish mine. So, I know a lot of people got them. But keep them because they're wonderful. And so, and my little 7-Eleven track card, I'm telling you, 7-Eleven track card, these are local stores. It's one of the best. Why? It gives you a start. It helps you build your credit. It may be a debit card, but it'll help you, and then you could get your early pay within 2 days and all that kind of stuff. We have 7-Elevens around here, so it's great to get into that. We got Wawa's. Wawa has a great debit card, and it's all around the world. It's in Georgia now, and Wawa's, they got a nice debit card that you can get. We only have one Wawa local here, and everybody goes there now because of, you get free ATM. You get free ATM. I just went to an ATM. They want $4.50 to get some money out the machine. So it's nice to have those ones. But Walgreens and CVS, if you have a Chime, you don't have to pay nothing. You don't have to pay nothing for it. And we need that in our community. We need those kind of cards. We need to build them up and learn how to be able to use those cards the proper way in our community. Use the cards the proper way. And so instead of starting off saying, I'm coming home, I don't care where you've been, and banks running your credits and all that, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. So, we'll talk about that at the event. Yeah, so anyway, thank you for letting me tune in. Shout out to everybody. Anybody that I miss, I have a lot of fans. Shout out to Philadelphia, WDAS. Shout out to 105.1 FM. And shout out to all the other radio stations that's doing their thing. Also, shout out to all my celebrity fans, Queen Latifah. You see her up here. There she is. Y'all know Mary and stuff. And Mary, I got you in my prayers because people love to be gold diggers. And so, now move on with that. So, but you got my prayers because you're strong. Also, who else? I want to give a shout. Mimi Brown. I like her too. So shout out to Mimi Brown and all the other ones that I don't know. And Ralph, Senator Ralph. He is wonderful. He's right there in Atlanta. He was the pastor of at the Martin Luther King Church in Atlanta. And so now, he's been a senator. And he's right there on the page, and I'm getting to learn him. I'm trying to hear what he's saying because it's important about health care. You know, I seen him out there, you know, but I never got a chance to meet him. So there he is on the platform, and I'm following him. And it's wonderful to hear Senator Ralph and everything that he's saying about what's going on. I guess you see I'm getting tired. All right, I'm out of here. I'm just keep dazzling. Thank you for letting me tune in. Shout out to all the realtors here in my area here and on the planet. Thank you so much. God bless you, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Get some rest, because I'm going to the gym.